Hey everybody, Todd Vandermeid back for another edition of Freedom Steel. I know it's been a while, but with things heating up in Colorado, I thought I would sit there and do a quick brief on something I saw in the bill. More after the intro. Hey everybody, Todd Vandermeid back for another edition of Freedom Steel, former NRA contract lobbyist, Illinois gun law guru, candidate for the NRA Board of Directors. And today let's talk about Senate Bill 3 in the Colorado legislature, which started off as their gun ban. Now, I don't do a lot on legislation because it morphs so many times. It does a ton of things like that. And, sometimes bills are introduced and are just simply fetcher bills. They get introduced for a press release or some other reason like that, and they never move. So we can get all spun up about stuff like that never moves. It's good to keep our eye on the ball in case it does start to move and familiarize ourselves with the arguments and the preposterous ideas that the anti-gunners are putting in it, but not to get too wrapped around the axle. However, Senate Bill 3 is moving and it's undergone several changes and iterations. So from going from a very broad-based gun ban, it has now moved into a permit to purchase type of thing. Although it's more than that, because in order to get the permit to purchase one of the enumerated firearms, you are going to have to essentially go through the application of what would be a carry license. So you have to submit fingerprints, which has a cost to it. You have to do this to the local sheriff. You have to take a bunch of additional training, even if you already have a carry license or something like that. And then, as I was reading through this bill, I noticed something because some people, like Langley Outdoors, and they're referring to this as Colorado's version of the Illinois FOID card, which kind of, sort of, but in some ways it's more nefarious than that. So this is going to be administered by the Colorado sheriffs individually. So I don't know how many counties they have in Colorado, but each sheriff. And I'm going to read to you from page 12, subpart 5 of the bill. And this is where I think it gets really nefarious. Subpart 5. After receiving the results of the fingerprint-based criminal history record check, a sheriff shall issue a firearm safety course eligibility card to an applicant who satisfies the criteria listed in 18-12-203, subpart 1A to 1G. Now, that is their carry permit style application. Okay? It says shall there in the beginning. However, a sheriff shall deny or revoke a firearm safety course eligibility card if an applicant or card holder fails to meet one of the criteria listed in section 18-12-203 A1 through 1A through 1G, and may deny or revoke a card if the sheriff has a reason to believe that documented previous behavior by the applicant or card holder makes it likely the person will present a danger to themselves or others if the person holds a firearm safety course eligibility card. So a couple things. You have to go through a background check just to get the eligibility card in order to take the training. So they can deny you the ability to take and qualify for the training because you have to have this background check ahead of time. However, This is going to be their form of the Illinois Clear and Present Danger stuff in our FOID Card Act, because what I'm going to call this an administrative red flag. Because now it's not an ex parte going to court with a judicial determination of some sort. This is a sheriff's office administratively being able to deny your ability to take the qualifying or prerequisite training in order to get the card, in order to buy one of these magazine-fed semi-autos. So if you get an anti-gun sheriff, a guy who doesn't think anybody should own an AR, and while it says a documented previous behavior, that could be the cop's been called to your house 3 or 4 times one time because family dispute, you got a acting out teenager, you've got a crazy ex. This is an open blank check for an administrative nullification of your ability to acquire firearms. Period, full stop. This isn't even going to court for due process. This isn't the ex parte where they are getting very sneaky in the fact that they want an administrative ability, like we have here in Illinois with the Illinois State Police, ability to deny your right. This is May issue. This is the Jim Crow style from the Carolina permit to purchase stuff. That's all this is. This, I think, is one of the biggest problems with this, because now you're going to take a right, turn it. Not only are you turning it into a privilege because you have to go wait for all this processing and fees and bullshit, but now they can just deny you because there's a single police report, there's whatever. It could all be somebody could send in an anonymous tip, an anonymous letter. They don't document, they don't define what a documented previous behavior is. School officials could say, hey, this parent came in and they were very hostile to us when we had a meeting about their kid. Doctor doesn't like guns. You refuse to answer the questions in the, how do you store your guns? Take your pick. This is nefarious. This is very, very nefarious and very, very dangerous. So, hey, working on getting back into the swing of things. Had a few issues. Do some more up here, but please like, comment, copy, paste, share this around, and everybody. We'll be getting back into this groove of things. Hopefully today, Tuesday, is going to be a video day. So with always, we appreciate your support and everything. And as always, frag out.